See, in this video, I want to introduce Praxis for Slack, Praxis Builder, and explain a little bit what we've accomplished, and just give you a little preview of how Praxis works and how you can use it in Slack. So, Praxis is originally a smart contract language that we built, and it runs on the Arc blockchain right now. We have a testnet up, and it has a fairly sophisticated UI builder where you can build forms using some of the tools that we have, and use those to interface with as your interface for smart contract development and things like that. And it's pretty powerful, but we wanted to get something a little more with a little more punch, and to try to bring a different class of developers and users into the blockchain space. So our smart contract language is an environment. It's really it's a portable programming environment. That's one way to look at it. It can be used for smart contracts, and that's what it was originally designed for, but it's very general purpose. And the way we did it has a lot to do with that. For example, we use a language called JSONata. It's an open source language, and it's advertised as a programming language to do JSON transformations, which is how we model everything. But it turns out that it's a quite powerful language. It's a JavaScript-like language, and the reason that it's good for smart contracts is that you have total control over what anybody can do inside the language, and you can sandbox it, very easily, and turn it into a very usable virtual machine on a blockchain that runs on these consensus systems. So theoretically, the part that uses JSONata is, or the smart contract part of the product, is independent of any consensus engine or where it runs. So we have the part that runs on Arc right now. We decided to use the same tools to build something that you can build interfaces with on Slack. So using our same smart contract language with a bunch of it'll be running it's running in a much different environment that's not restricted like a blockchain environment. And so we can add a lot of features to the language that make it something that you can build bots with, or really anything. That's why this is our homepage that we're looking at, using the new Slack has a new feature that they introduced a couple months ago, where you can build something called App Home, and that's what we're doing here. And so we're calling it. You can build what we're calling Slack bots or Slack components, because it's more of a component model. A component is something. It's really what we call a template with a bunch of methods, and the programming model that we use is similar to the way like React Redux works, if you're familiar with that. It's an action reducer programming model, and so you use that to construct components to do whatever you want, and then we have the capability to run these in any environment really. And so now there's two environments that they run in. One is on the Arc blockchain, which is what was originally designed for it, and now there's another environment that uses the exact same programming language and methods, but it runs inside our Praxis Slack bot that we have. So, and inside here we give you, we give you all the capabilities to basically, it's very open ended. We've built very sophisticated Slack support into the product so that you can build bots that do anything. Many of the examples that we give you will be for using these tools to build front ends for smart contracts, basically. So we have some examples that we give you and that we're working on at the same time, and I'll be making videos of some of these. Be sure to watch the next videos, and we'll start showing you some of the incredibly powerful things you can do with Praxis inside Slack.